What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike, and this special edition of the 562 Classic is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event.
We are kicking it old school this month as part of our partnership with Long Beach Post and recalling some of the great highlights we've seen over the last 10 years.
We are live at, gosh, I miss Blair Field so much, JJ.
Ugh, yeah, tell me about it.
We are going to take our first ever video of the 562 Classic as one of our favorite nights ever at Blair Field for Wilson and Chase DeYoung taking on Lakewood and Shane Watson, two of the best pitchers to ever come out of the Moore League, one of the best games we've ever gotten to see. Really, this whole 2-year period was just unbelievable. But if I'm being honest with you, just watching kids play baseball at Blair Field is enough to make me very emotional right now.
This is back in the day when the scouts would come to Bold Diamond at Blair Field to see kids like this. Two kids going against each other in a public school matchup is still something pretty special. And I want to pause it right here on this shot behind the scouts, their radar guns dancing like fireflies in the night. Such a great crowd, such a great atmosphere. And obviously the fact that these two kids were so good made it like an event, not just for Long Beach, but for the baseball world.
Just a couple weeks before this game, I believe, both Chase and Shane had signed with USC. We all knew that, we had, I think, 28 or 29 of the 30 Major League Baseball teams were represented by these scouts at both of the games they played against each other. So we all knew there wasn't a huge likelihood either of them were going to end up in college. It just had a very special feeling. I mean, this game, you don't see Blair Field sold out very often for anyone, but especially not for a regular season league game. And yeah, the atmosphere was electric from the beginning. The opening shots from the video are from like 45 minutes before the game. It was already practically full for a special one. They were right to show up for this.
All right, let's get this thing going. Like Mike said, just a regular season game, their first meeting of the year at Blair Field. Remember how these two kids used to struggle in the first inning? It was like their only chink in the armor. It was as if they were just a little bit too turned up as we watch future Major League Baseball player J.P. Crawford up the middle to future College World Series All-Tournament shortstop Timmy Richards.
This was a talent-packed game, definitely. Something that I really enjoyed in going back over this thing. You mentioned it. Both these guys would always come out, and there was just so much adrenaline that they were always a little bit nervy in that first inning. And it was funny because the guys who played defense behind him would tell you, yeah, we know we got to get Chase. We know we got to get Shane through that first inning. And then after that, we know they're going to get us through the rest of the game.
Yeah, DeYoung really settled in. If you want the cheese, you can party with Havarti. He struck out 8 of the first 10 he faced, including this last one here as you see him getting Crawford looking. Just two Long Beach kids on their way to the show, man.
Yeah, and again, pretty special stuff. But he was not the only one who settled in. Obviously, there was a first-round talent on the other team as well. And I believe the stat was that Shane Watson needed 36 pitches for the first 6 innings?
For 36 pitches in the first 4 innings. So Wilson was trying to play some small ball. They get a guy on second, but Watson gets Matt Haven and Mike Zidek to pop out. Like you said, he was absolutely cruising. And they're just doing it in different ways, right? Chase is up there missing bats, and Shane is up there basically relying on one of the best defenses we've ever seen.
Right.
We look at the crowd here, 30,000 fans on hand to see this one. Man, I really do miss Bold Diamond at Blair Field.
Yes, and especially on these nights, these kind of cold spring nights. If we could pause it right here before we get into the we get into the offense, it's a special place. You and I feel so lucky to get to spend year after year there, working as I know all of the coaches do. But as it's 0-0 after 5 innings, I just want to stop and point out exactly how much of a premium was on runs this season in the Moore League. You obviously heard us mention Chase and Shane, but also Pauly had Chris Castellanos, who threw a perfect game in this season to help lead. Pauly was actually the league champions this year. A lot of people forget that when they think back on that Chase and Shane era. But I just want to read some of these scores. Pauly beat Wilson 1-0. Wilson beat Lakewood later this season in 9 innings, 3-0. They beat Milliken 2-1 in 8 innings. Pauly would beat Wilson 2-1 in 12 innings. I mean, it literally was like, if you could score 1 run, it felt like an 8-run lead, and you would just see teams kind of like almost relax if they got 1 run on the board. I mean, you just never see that in high school baseball.
It was like late 90s, early 2000s Dodger baseball, so I was very used to watching this stuff at this point. All right, let's get it going into the offense in the 6th inning with 2 outs. Danny Calleja singles up the middle, and you're like, oh, okay, something cooking here, because there really wasn't much. And then up comes sophomore Nick Reeser.
Your boy.
All this kid did came up with big hits. You're right, my boy, dude. Sits on the fastball, rips it down the left field line. The sophomore, that was just the 2nd and 3rd hits of the game for Lakewood, but it was on the hit and run, so Calleja comes around and scores. And I gotta say, I wish I would have turned the ambient sound up, because that was a raucous celebration that had the whole stadium moving.
Yeah, and I mean, you could hear. I wish this video was like 15 minutes long. I mean, there was probably a couple hundred people over the left field wall as well that were going nuts.
Bottom 6, 2 outs. Timmy Richards with the double. Is this a tit for tat game? It felt like it. Also, shouts to Timmy and his entire family, one of our favorites. They actually offered to build us an ESPN-style Sports Center desk at Blair Field for one of these games.
I wish we'd taken him up on that. As you see here, we mentioned, like, this is Shane Watson's Chase Young, but it's also J.P. Crawford. It's also Timmy Richards. There's so much talent all around. And here you get the quintessential sight of Shane Watson pitching to Chase Young. Lakewood's best, the 2 best pitchers in California. Chase also Wilson's best hitter that year.
Yep, that was the 2nd time he walked. So up comes freshman Chris Betts, and we got to pause it here. So these 2 teams were trying to bunt a lot on these pitchers. Obviously, you want to get them moving, you want to get them tired, you also want to just get guys on base and see what happens. So Chris Betts comes up as a freshman, and if you know Betsy, he's very active on social media, great guy. He's actually in the Tampa Bay's organization right now, making his way up. And if we knew now what we knew then, I guess Andy Hall should have let him swing away, because as we get the video going again, Betsy goes 0 for 2 on the bunt attempts and has to take a seat. Not a great day for 3-5.
You're a jerk for putting both missed bunts in there for sure. But yes, Chris Betts last year literally won his minor leagues home run derby.
They end it with a 4-6-3 double play. So many double plays for Lakewood tonight, but it was Calleja who scored the winning run. Watson who stopped Wilson from scoring at all. Wow, what a game. 1-0. 2012, hell of a year for Long Beach sports.
Yeah, not just baseball, but I'm sure you're going to be seeing that year come up in other sports in these Long Beach Classic videos. But as we take a look at Chase and Shane, real recognizing real, we got a chance to follow both those guys' draft journeys.
They drafted months later after this, after both teams reached the semifinals. And it was one of those things where on a night like this, you could have told us that. Like, a lot of special things are about to happen for these 2 kids, and we definitely would have believed you.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great way to kick off the 562 Classic Series, which we're hoping to bring you more of during this shutdown when we're all hungry for some great sports action. And then I'm assuming if people like it, we'll keep it going as well.
Yeah, let us know what games you want to see. We've been covering Long Beach sports for over a decade, so we've got some great ones. Hit us up on social media, on Twitter or Facebook, or send us an email, and stay tuned for some more 562 Classics as part of our partnership with the Long Beach Post.